picture and they don't. So you'll see a little bit on Kennedy assassination here. I use these photographs because this man was extremely human and photogenic and charismatic. So much so that if you hated his politics, you still couldn't help like John Kennedy. Most of the pictures you're going to see came out of this magazine, next, this magazine, next, and this book, next. Go ahead. Can you imagine pictures like this of Richard Nixon? Lyndon Johnson? George Bush? Gerald Ford? Oops. Next. Next. Look at that. I'm not going to ask you this because some people are probably not going to be able to raise their hand. But I just wonder how many men in here have kissed your father lately. Next. This is a photograph of Kennedy after he'd been shot in the throat. Jacqueline is looking at him in horror. He's clutching his throat. Next. This is William Greer beginning to turn around. You can see his hand here, his arm. You can see the end of the gun barrel right there. Next. Now you can see him. Here's his hand, his arm. The gun is right behind this flash of reflection here. You can see him looking directly back at the president. Next slide. Next. Now, you can see the top of Kellerman's head right here. People argue that that's a reflection off the top of Kellerman's head. It is not. You can also see Kellerman's hand is on the wheel. Kellerman, that's his arm and hand, is actually driving the car at that point. Kellerman is a Secret Service agent who was the passenger in the front seat. Pardon? No. No. John Connolly was sitting directly behind Agent Kellerman. And his wife was sitting directly behind Greer. That's John Connolly's wife, and that's John Connolly. Next. This is Kennedy's grave. Next. Everybody wonders why Jacqueline Kennedy never said anything. That's the reason right there. Where were her children? They were being guarded by the Secret Service, who just shot her husband. It was the Secret Service. Who the hell was she going to tell? And what was she going to tell them? To this day, her children are the guard of the Secret Service, and so is she. Next. It was not Lee Harvey Oswald, ladies and gentlemen, because that's him right there, standing in the doorway of the Dallas Book Depository as the motorcade drove by. The Central Intelligence Agency has agents in the civilian community writing books and making statements to keep you confused. They will tell you that's not Lee Harvey Oswald, it's somebody who looks like him.
What was Jack Ruby's part
I don't know, but he certainly had a part. Next. There he is again. Lee Harvey Oswald. We have done body proportion measurement comparison. We have studied the clothing. We have studied the jawline, the features of the face. Next. And it is Lee Harvey Oswald. Next. And that's us if we don't do something quick. Next. Now, everybody wants to know, why do we have to have a one-world government? Why is it that they won't let us have these things that we know will cure disease? Why are they so hard on homeopathic medicine? Why this, why that, why this, why that? It's simple, folks. Once you really get into it, there is no doubt about it, there is a serious population problem. At the end of World War II, or actually during the war, they did a study